You fought well yesterday. Your style is unorthodox.
Scorpio.
Good morning, Yankees universe, and welcome back to a very exciting episode of the Yankees Morning Brew on this Tuesday, October 22nd. Grace, we made it to the World Series. All you Yankee fans, wake your ass up and get your coffee, like my Theo Al always says. Grace, how are you feeling?
Oh my God, I've been on cloud absolute 9 for the last couple days. I have watched the Juan Soto at bat 100 times, I think. And every time I'm sitting by myself on my phone, like scrolling or whatever, my husband's like, "What are you doing? Watching Soto?" Okay. I'm like, "Yeah, I am. So what? Can I live?"
No, definitely. Listen, I was in my house screaming at the top of my lungs when Juan Soto had that home run. And first and foremost, as a Yankee fan, not even a content creator, it's been 15 years since the Yankees have been in the World Series. That is a long time coming and a long time going. We have some Yankee fans that are young Yankee fans that don't know what it looks like to watch the Yankees in the World Series. I got to make sure I head to the team store because they're dropping the Yankees hat with the World Series patch on. So I got to make sure that I get a couple, one for me, one for Grace as well. Shout out to my guy Ace in the building. Ace, how you doing? Salute. Ace, I know you was going. Ace sent me his reaction to the Juan Soto home run. Folks, please go and support our friend Ace over there. Ace, he be calling the games. Great live reactions when it comes to the games. But definitely feeling different this morning. It's a different feeling in Yankee land with the Yankees in the World Series. Our friend Austin Cruz is in the building. Stephen B is in the building. Sean Browning, how you doing? Big Time Lou, my guy, how you doing? G-Man for life. G-Man, I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope all is well. New York Yankee Mania is in the building. And, of course, my brother de la Isla, mi hermano, Ghost, is in the building. Ghost, how you doing? Pizza M, salute. Stephen B, and like Alex said, good morning to the best Yankee chat that's out there. If you guys can, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But Grace, I'll toss it over to you. Let us know how you feel when it comes to the Yankees in the World Series. Go ahead, Grace.
Let me try to get through this episode without getting too emotional and crying. I'm not even lying. I actually went back in my photos, in the ancient archives of my Facebook, and I found a picture that I took right after, like moments after the Yankees won the World Series in 2009. And Hector, I still have that exact t-shirt that I wore, and I have that exact hat that I wore in this picture. So I'm thinking when, knock on wood, we win the World Series, I'm going to recreate the photo 15 years apart. Let me tell y'all, 15 years is a long time. And don't let anybody take away from you our accomplishment to make it to the World Series. I heard, I can't remember who it was, one podcast, I think it may have been Jake on John Boy. He was saying after 2009, if someone would have told you it's going to be 2024 before the Yankees get back to the World Series, you would have never believed them. 15 years is so long. So don't let anyone make you feel guilty for being a Yankees fan, for being happy to be in the World Series. Don't let anybody feed you this rhetoric of, oh, you're in the World Series all the time. Who cares? No. 15 years. I feel so excited. I feel so proud of the team. And this is not copium.
No.
I'm just happy we got there. And like, I want to win. Don't get me wrong. I want to win. And I think we can win. And we'll get into that, Hector, because I'm annoyed. I'm real annoyed, and I've got some stuff to say. But before we go into that, I want to say that no matter what happens, And
Yeah.
I want to win, and we can win. But no matter what happens, this is a huge accomplishment. We won the AL pennant. Celebrate your team. Celebrate your team. That's what I want to say.
I want to shout out my guy Eddie Snaps in the chat who says, I have photos of the parade from the Blackberry days. Yes, absolute throwback when it comes to the Blackberry days. If you guys don't remember the BBMs, what was your BBMs? What was your Blackberry mobile number, your Blackberry pin or whatever it was? Shout out to the BBM crew. Because the Blackberry days were hilarious. Like my girlfriend says, Blackberry days, what a throwback. But no, I just want to say, when it comes to this season, when it comes to years past, right? It's been a roller coaster when it comes to being a Yankee fan. Like you said, they mentioned it on John Boy. If you would have told me after 2009, it would be 15 years before the next time the Yankees are in the World Series, I would have never believed you. Especially that was the first year we got to Scherer. We just got CC Sabathia. We had A-Rod. We had Derek Jeter. So you would have thought the Yankees would have made it back to the World Series at least once. But since then, it's been nothing. It's been shortcomings. It's been rebuilds. It's been let's throw faith into the baby bombers. And now we're here in 2024 with Aaron Judge, with Juan Soto, and Yankee fans who were in Cleveland. They let it be known to Hal Steinbrenner how important it is to re-sign Juan Soto. Fans were chanting and screaming, re-sign Soto, re-sign Soto. And you saw Juan Soto, if you were watching it, he started dancing with the fans, right? How? You wouldn't be in this position right now. You and Brian Cashman would not have been on that stage receiving that award without Juan Soto. You have to do everything you can this offseason to re-sign Juan Soto. Look what happens when you have Soto. You were back in the World Series. You're taking off so much pressure for Aaron Judge. And I know Judge didn't perform to everybody's expectations in the ALDS or the ALCS. Well, guess what? Now we're in the World Series. Now Aaron Judge could rewrite that story. Now Aaron Judge could say bye-bye to the naysayers and have a solid World Series. We were able to get to the dance with Aaron Judge being subpar. Let's see what happens in the World Series if Aaron Judge could turn it up, because we're going to need him. The LA Dodgers, they're not a cakewalk. This is not a team just to sleep over. And then you got all these naysayers and people saying that, oh, the Yankees had an easy path to the World Series. Who were the Royals? Who were the Guardians? I just want to put a pin on that, because when you look at the Guardians had the second best record in the American League. When you look at the Kansas City Royals, a team that nobody thought was going to even be in the postseason, they have arguably the runner-up to the American League MVP in Bobby Witt Jr. So to say that the Kansas City Royals were a cakewalk, that the Cleveland Guardians were a cakewalk, you're just being sour because your team got eliminated. Or you're just being sour and being a Yankee hater because your team never even made it to the postseason. And I'm throwing shade to you Red Sox fans that have been talking a lot of trash on the timeline. But with that being said, we are going to break down not only the last game of the ALCS, but we will preview this upcoming World Series matchup. Game 1 is this Friday in LA. Yankees are a road team. We are the best road team in all of Major League Baseball. I just want to put that out there. And on top of it, we are having a watch party over here at Uptown Sports TV. This Friday, we are taking over the Tryon Public House. If you're in Washington Heights or if you're in New York City, you can take the A train straight to Dyckman. It's going to be a great time. We have a Spencer Jones autograph signed baseball we will be raffling off, as well with other different items we will be raffling off through the night. So make sure, if you guys want to come, hit me up on Instagram. I'll make sure that I'll drop the link to our Instagram so you could check it out. But Grace, go ahead. Sorry about the long-winded rant there.
No, don't ever apologize. I was just gonna say, with the chanting re-sign Soto, and Soto was dancing and everything, and Jazz mentioned it in his post-game interview with Meredith, and you know, it was definitely buzzing around. And then of course people were making jokes like, oh, that swing cost Hal Steinbrenner, you know, millions and more dollars. And what I want to say is, that swing made Hal Steinbrenner millions of more dollars. How much more money is Hal going to make? I saw they're selling standing room only seats for $1,500. Standing room only. Times that by 50,000. And that's not even true, because I saw second row seats that were $29,000 for a baseball game. That's more money than some people make in an entire year. Okay, so how much money did that swing make, Hal Steinbrenner? Y'all are looking at it the wrong way, okay? So Hal knows, okay? Juan Soto made the Yankees millions of dollars with that swing. So he's going to get paid. And I think Hal knows it. So I feel good. I feel good.
No,
Cashman
definitely.
said when he swung, I was thanking God. I'm like, thanking God, you need to be thanking Juan Soto. That's who you need to be thanking.
Yeah, because without Juan Soto, a lot of Yankee fans, they've been calling for Brian Cashman's job over the past few years, and Aaron Boone as well. But credit to Aaron Boone. With the roster he had, all the injuries he had, we were still able to navigate it, and he was still able to get us to the World Series. When it comes to our bullpen, shout out to the guys who stepped up. Luke Weaver stepped up. Tim Hill stepped up. Tommy Kahnle stepped up. I know Clay Holmes, he had a little bright spot, and he turned back into Clay Holmes, but hopefully Clay Holmes, he can fix it, turn it around. Nestor Cortez is supposed to be available for the World Series. And to Grace's point, this is just Grace's point. I just looked it up. The average ticket cost for a World Series game, this is the average cost, right? $1,368, right? The max capacity at Yankee Stadium is 46,537. So if we were to do the math, if the Yankees sell out every game, every game, with an average ticket price of $1,368, Grace, do you want to take a random guess?
Oh God.
Out of what how much money the Yankees would make off of ticket sales alone?
30 million.
$63,662,616 is what the Yankees make when they sell it out. So Hal Steinbrenner, you better re-sign Juan Jose Pacheco Soto. And now I'm gonna bring Damien Serrano in, because Damien got some stuff to get off his chest. Damien, how you doing? We're in the World Series, pops.
Damien, back with the hat.
Yes. Yeah, yo, listen, we in the World Series, so the Yankee hat has to go on. Good morning, everybody. Just in case nobody knew, the mother Yankees are going to the World Series.
Yeah!
Gentlemen sweep, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh man, boy, Hector, I've been listening to it. Yeah, that pays for Juan Soto's salary, that pays for his contract just in one game. So listen, Hal, pony up, no excuses, sign that man, get it done. Jazz said it, 700 million.
700.
Yeah, Yankee fans chanting re-sign Soto right at Hal. So Hal, you know the pressure is on. Get it done. One way or the other, whether win or lose this World Series, get it done.
Yeah. No, definitely. And folks, we got over 60 people watching us collectively across all platforms. If you're watching us on YouTube, please smack the like button. Hit that like button. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the subscribers up. We are at 4,438 subs. We are trying to get to 4,500. So if you can, we got 18 subs over the past week. Hit that subscribe button. Help us out. We're trying to get to 45. Now, roll it back just a little bit. Grace, I'll toss it over to you, because like I said, you see naysayers and people saying that the Yankees had an easy path to the World Series, right? And my guy Richie Rivera brings it up perfectly. If it was a true cakewalk, the Yankees would be 7-0 entering play as of right now. And he is hitting it right on the head. You got to put respect on the names of the teams that you have beaten. I'm not going to be salty and say, well, my team was eliminated and now your path to the World Series is easy. No, I've been saying it all season long. Major League Baseball in 2024, the parity is different. There are so many good teams in baseball. Anybody can get hot and make it to the World Series. But the Baltimore Orioles aren't here. The Houston Astros aren't here. The New York Yankees are the last team standing in the American League. Grace, speak on the naysayers saying that the Yankees had an easy path, and then throw it over to Damien so he could smack them down also.
Anybody who said the Yankees had an easy path hasn't been watching baseball this year. So to me, I'm like, okay, you're a casual. You have no idea what you're talking about. Keep to stepping. I can't deal with you. The path to the World Series is not 20 games in October. It's 162 games in the regular season plus a couple dozen games in, a dozen or so games in October, okay? We started this season without our ace. We then went in to lose one of our other pitchers as well. We had a rookie step up and go into the rotation and become our de facto ace for months. Luis Hill carried us. Absolutely carried us. Clay Holmes, out of nowhere, became the best closer in baseball before he wasn't. He collected all these saves and stacked the record for us at the beginning of the year. Before, it's been well documented how I feel about Clay Holmes in the second half of the year. But at the beginning of the year, he helped us stack those wins. Then we had Luis Hill. Then we had Austin Wells, who ended up stepping up as a rookie and giving us this renewed sense of optimism and hope behind the plate. We added at the deadline, we added Jazz Chisholm, which brought a lot of energy to the team. We have had people continually stepping up and playing above their pay grade all year long. So I don't want to hear this, $300 million payroll, blah, blah. How much is Austin Wells getting paid? How much is Louis Hill getting paid? How much is, what I'm saying? I could go on and on and on, okay? Now, yeah, we've got Giancarlo Stanton, who's going to mash, a world beater masher in the playoffs, and he's getting money. Okay, I get it. Aaron Judge, okay, I get it. Of course, we have some stars, okay? But the backbone of our season was built on people playing above their pay grade for 162 games. They had ups, they had downs. They pulled it together on the road, and they made it happen. So yeah, maybe we were the number one seed in the playoffs. You're right. We were the number one seed, and we were expected to win all the series we played. You're right. We earned that. Shut up.
Shout out to everybody who's tuning in on Instagram. My guy Ferris is in the building. C Money is in the building. Jesse Martinez, how you doing? My guy Jerry Batista checking in from Tampa. How you doing? If you're on Instagram, click the link in the bio. Jump on over to YouTube. If you go on YouTube, you can go to Uptown Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button. Damien, I'm gonna toss it over to you, my guy. I got a little clip that I want to play for some people. So go ahead, bro. Control the conversation.
Listen. Bobby Witt Jr., right? Seth Lugo, Cole Reagans, 2 top 5 pitchers in the American League, the best bullpen in all of baseball, and that's what the Yankees went through. Jose, obviously J-Ram. The names go on and on and on, and this is what the Yankees went through. That was their path. So at the end of the day, anybody says it was a cakewalk, stop it. Mets fans, same thing, stop it. All haters, stop it. The fact of the matter is that we are the Yankees. We are the evil empire. And that's the only reason it would have said it was an easy path. Otherwise, if it was any other team, Red Sox, so on and so forth, everybody said that, listen, it was a tough path through. But because it's the Yankees, of course, and everybody loves to hate us, and you keep hating because we love it. It's been a long time since we've been hated, and I love it. Keep giving me that energy. I'll eat it up. I'll spit it out, and on my last way to the 7-game series against the Dodgers. So y'all keep it up. Y'all keep giving us that energy, and we're going to keep winning championships. Number 28's on the way. So, listen, 7-game series. The Yankees are going to need every man on deck, but we don't win this series unless one guy comes through, and that's Aaron Judge. Point blank, period. Judge doesn't show up, we don't win the series. With that being said, I do believe Aaron Judge becomes the MVP of the World Series. So book it, 7-game series, Yankees win 4-3.
And that's our guy Damien speaking the truth, right? And I want to have that conversation on Aaron Judge, right? Because when you look at it, Giancarlo Stanton, rightfully so, deserves his flowers. Five home runs in the postseason, 4 of them coming against the Cleveland Guardians. It seemed like he hit a home run in every game. They couldn't get him out. And Giancarlo Stanton, after one of the last games, what he said was, it's like, the job's not done. We still have more work to do. And that's the energy you feel that this team has. The job is not done. We still have 4 more wins to get. Yes, we got to the World Series. And as a Yankee fan, I don't want to celebrate second place. Yeah, I'm happy that we got here. Yes, with everything we went through, Grace brought it up, missing Garrett Cole for a majority of the season to start the year, not knowing who's our closer when Clay Holmes started imploding during the middle of the season. Got to give credit to Gleyber Torres, who's had a roller coaster up and down. He started the year horrible, right? He was on Revis Island, if you guys know the football reference, but Gleyber Torres was by himself on an island. Most Yankee fans wanted him gone by the trade deadline, and in the month of August, when he went back into that leadoff spot, he helped set the tone for this offense. Yes, Aaron Judge was having an amazing season. Yes, Juan Soto was setting career highs when it comes to home runs with 41 home runs. Yes, that's all cute. But when you see the maturity of an Austin Wells, where you see the maturity of an Anthony Volpe in the postseason, he looks like a different version of Anthony Volpe. He's hitting over 300. He's being selective at the place. He is working the pitch count. He is getting on base at a higher rate. He is striking out less. He's playing solid defense. So when you see that, right, you see it's not just one person carrying us. It's a mixture, and it's a culmination of everyone that is on the team. When Anthony Rizzo leaves the game, you throw in Oswaldo Cabrera, who's been a shortstop, a second baseman, a third baseman in the outfield for this team. He picked up a first base glove for the first time this year in his career and last year, and now he looks like a gold glove first baseman making amazing plays. And all of that is just an extension of the coaching staff and the culture that we have. There was an article that came out by ESPN, and Aaron Boone talked about the locker room chemistry, the team chemistry that they have, and for the first time in Aaron Judge's tenure as a New York Yankee, you can see Aaron Judge. Wow, he really gets along with all of his teammates. Normally in years past, it's like one or two guys you always see him to the side with. Now it's everyone. Juan Soto hits a home run, he's the first one out of the dugout. Giancarlo Stanton does something, Aaron Judge is the first one out of the dugout. So it just feels this is a different Yankee team than in years past.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, I think that argument that Aaron Judge carried us is completely ridiculous when, we know what happened in 2022 when he broke the home run record. This man hit 62 home runs, and, we fizzled out in the postseason and didn't accomplish anything. Last year, he still had a great year, even though he was injured for most of the time. When he was in, he was great. We missed the postseason altogether. He can't do it by himself. He is finally relieved that he has the people around him who are contributing, who are helping, and who are there with the same goal in mind. They're all working together as a family toward one goal, and he is so happy. You can see it all over his face. His struggles in the postseason have been talked about. I hope they're over. But guess what? We still won. It wasn't all on him. For the first time, he felt that weight lifted off of his shoulders. There were not just Giancarlo, but there were a lot of people who were there to contribute and help carry the team. And I think that's a huge relief to him.
Yeah, no, there's a few people in the chat I want to say what up to. Amanda's in the building. Amanda, how you doing? Salute. My guy Joe is in the building. Ra, how you doing? Ra says Judge is the only one they got to step up in the playoff. No more excuses. No more people backing him up. He has got to produce. Absolutely, Ra. We are 100% with you. He is the captain. He is the star. He is the straw that stirs the drink, like Reggie Jackson said in the back of the days. But no, when it comes down to it, we need Aaron Judge to step up. If Aaron Judge doesn't step up, I'm not sure how many games the Yankees are going to be in the World Series. Franklin in the building says, listen, the Dodgers are clearly the better team. They have way better hitters than Kansas City and Cleveland. But if our boys get to the Dodgers, this win will be bigger than 96. This is what I say. When it comes to the Dodgers, our starting pitching, especially Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon, we take the edge on that, right? When it comes to the Dodgers lineup, they're top heavy the way that the Yankees are top heavy. They have Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts. Freddie Freeman is injured, right? He messed up his ankle. He's not the same Freddie Freeman before that ankle injury. So far this postseason, Freddie Freeman has yet to knock in an extra base hit. All his hits have been singles because he's dealing with that ankle injury, same way how Anthony Rizzo is dealing with the fractured fingers, right? So yes, frankly, I do see what you're saying. The Dodgers, they do have the best record in all of Major League Baseball for a reason, but I think our team matches up better than what most people think when it comes to the Dodgers. What's your thoughts on that, Grace? And then throw it over to Dane.
I have something to say. I'm about to be on my, everyone is on my last damn nerve right now. I can't even believe what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing. The discourse across sports media is that the Dodgers are going to win. They're going to beat the Yankees down. The Yankees are the underdogs. And I'm just like, am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? I don't see this. And let me tell you, this is not a Yankee bias. I just love my team. Oh, I'll support them no matter what. I've watched the Dodgers this year. I've watched some games that the Yankees weren't playing in that were just the Dodgers. And I thought they're a good team. But so are we. Where's our respect? I'm really, really feeling disrespected right now, okay? Let me tell you something. The Dodgers can hit. Yes. Whoop-de-doo. So can the Yankees. Okay? Now, let me tell you something else. We have better starting rotation than the Dodgers. That's a fact. I don't care who is talking. We have a deeper and better starting rotation than the Dodgers. The Dodgers also have a really hard time hitting, or not, I shouldn't say hard time. They favor hitting lefties. We have a righty-heavy rotation. We have a righty-heavy bullpen. That works in our favor, okay? Also, the Dodgers recently just played more games than we did, and they were sweating it out a little bit more. That plays into our favor as well. Freddie Freeman is injured, and unfortunately for him, because Shohei Ohtani takes up the DH spot, this guy can only play if he is playing first base. That puts a lot of strain on an ankle, obviously. And so he's really battling through and dealing with that. And I don't wish injury on anyone. I hope Freddie Freeman gets better soon. But unfortunately, that is something that he's dealing with, and it's costing them because he can't DH a game or two just to get his bat into the lineup. He's got to play first base. They're not going to sit Shohei Ohtani. He's maybe the greatest hitter in baseball right now. So that is what it is, okay? But this rhetoric that, oh, the Yankees are the underdogs and the Dodgers are the better team, get out of here with that. That is not true. You could say, oh, I'm going to line up the top 5 of the Dodgers versus the top 5 of the Yankees, or you can make an argument here or there. You know, you can piece together whatever you want. Sure, and argue that this team has an advantage or this team has an advantage. But overall, I feel like the teams are really even, okay?
Yeah.
I believe I want to say the Yankees are going to win because I love the Yankees. I do believe it'll take 7 games. Regardless, I think it'll take the Dodgers 7 games or it will take the Yankees 7 games. These teams are very even. And when you look at when we played them in the season, we didn't even have close to the team that we have now. Soto didn't play. Cole didn't play. Schmidt didn't play. Those are 2 righty.
Luke Weaver wasn't our closer.
Luke Weaver wasn't our closer. We had Grisham playing. We had Trevino playing. We had let me see what else.
Jemai Jones. Shout out to Jemai Jones. Shout out to DJ LeMahieu.
We had DJ at third base. Yeah, I'm saying, like, it was not the same team. Verdugo was batting second in that series. No shade to Alex Verdugo, but I'm just saying, like, let me paint a picture for you, okay? This is not the same team. Period. We're road warriors. People are like, oh, they have home field advantage. Good. That works in our favor. Okay. I'm so tired of this. Damien, please save me.
I just want to say real quick before Damien goes, again, over 70 people watching us. If you're watching us on YouTube, please smack that like button. We are sitting on 21 likes and we got over 50 people on YouTube. If you can, smack the like button. If you don't like the Yankees being an underdog, smack the like button. But if you do like the Yankees being an underdog, you can still smack the like button also. Go ahead, Dane.
This is an even matchup, point blank period. Not the same team that the Dodgers saw early in the year. Listen, the Dodgers have one lefty, Anthony Banda. That's it. So we don't have to worry about us struggling with the left-hand pitches. We are the best. We have the best cheesy soul cakes. What up?
Easy. Love you.
We have the best record in all of baseball when it comes to road games. So you can scratch that off the mantle. This is a toss-up. Any team can win. As far as us being an underdog, I'll take the underdogs. I'll take the underdog. That's only going to be bulletin board material for the Yankees. And And hey, you pretty bastard, old Sarge, love you. Um, but the fact of the matter is, the Yankees are up to the challenge. They're up to the mantle. Garrett Cole didn't pitch. Soto didn't play in those games. Luke Weaver, again, was not the closer. This is a completely different team. Jazz Chisholm, for those who don't know, Jazz Chisholm rakes against the Dodgers. Jazz will come up big in this series. I know he's been total ass the entire playoffs, but he will come up big. And fact of the matter is, and I said it from the very beginning of the broadcast here today, if Aaron Judge does not play like Aaron Judge, we don't win. Point blank, period. Judge does not go on long stints of being on droughts. He doesn't go on long slumps. Aaron Judge will come out of it. Aaron Judge, again, I called it already. Don't go against me, guys. I said Big G's going to have a big season. He's going to be a comeback player of the year. Book it. He will be. Aaron Judge, World Series MVP. Book it. He will be. And the only way you do a World Series MVP is if you win the whole damn thing. Book it right now. 7 games. Let's get it.
Listen, that first series that we played with the Dodgers when they were at Yankee Stadium, and Yankee fans, please remember the Dodgers were having parades outside of Yankee Stadium, right? We don't forget that. We remember that. That's in the back of my mind. Like that's the first thing I thought of when the Dodgers beat the Mets. But also on top of it, when you look at the last time we faced them, Giancarlo Stanton was like injured. He was coming back from injury. He wasn't even 100%. So this is a different version of Giancarlo Stanton for his career hits the Dodgers like it's batting practice whenever he's in Dodger Stadium. I think he's a career 350 hitter against the Dodgers. If I'm mistaken, somebody put it in the chat. I'll try to pull it up right now. Yeah. Jazz Chisholm for his career, he's a 316 he has 316 batting average, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs, 9 runs scored in 14 games against the Dodgers. Aaron Judge has great numbers against the Dodgers as well for his career. So it's not like we don't hit the Dodgers well. We do hit the Dodgers well. You know who doesn't perform well in Yankee Stadium? Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani for his career has not performed well in Yankee Stadium. I think he has 1, maybe 2 home runs, but as a pitcher, I know he's not pitching. He has an ERA that's over 5 pitching in Yankee Stadium. As a
over
hitter,
11.
Over 11.
Over
Look,
11.
I try to be nice to him. It's over 11. But for his career, I think Shohei Ohtani is batting below 250 at Yankee Stadium, right? So when you look at it, yes, Dodger fans, you should feel good about yourself because you had the best record in baseball. You did beat us during the regular season. Well, guess what? Take all of that, hold all that. On Friday, it's a different game.
Absolutely.
Point blank, period. I got a clip that I want to play because I got 2 actually, right? Because after the Yankees won, right, and then Dodger fans, now all of a sudden Dodger fans are in my comment section on Instagram wanted to talk their mess. Well, this is how the Yankees are walking into the World Series. You know what's funny too? You know what's funny too? The amount of Yankee fans that were like, "Where's Gleyber Torres? Why isn't Gleyber Torres dancing with the fellas? You should take Judge out and put Gleyber Torres." So shout out to Gleyber Torres, shout out to Luke Weaver, shout out to Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells as well. Every other Yankee who's not named Aaron Judge or Juan Soto or Giancarlo Stanton, shout out to all of you guys. You guys have stepped up in a big way. The coaching staff has stepped up in a big way. I want Luis Rojas, not Luis Rojas, Miguel the third base coach to calm down with sending the runner. Right, calm down, right? Because you got Gleyber Torres thrown out at the disc. So let's take a little chill, take it con tranquilo when it comes to sending the runners around third base. But like I said, this Friday we got a watch party at the Tryon Public House for Game 1 of the World Series, the New York Yankees versus the LA Dodgers. We have a Spencer Jones signed autograph baseball we will be raffling away, and as well other Yankee memorabilia. So if you guys are in Uptown, if you guys are in New York City, hit me up on Instagram, Project Nerd HQ, Uptown Sports TV. Make sure you guys tune into the convo, tune into everything that we're putting out because our coverage for the World Series will be crazy. Grace, throw it back to you. Kick it back over to you. Talk about this team. Go ahead, Grace.
Okay, so for game one, we're thinking it's going to be Garrett Cole versus Yamamoto. Okay, Yamamoto is probably going to be, definitely going to be the hardest pitcher for us to face in the Dodgers rotation. If Cole can help us out and keep them shut down for at least a little while, let us try to get Yamamoto out of the game. This is the game plan, y'all. Foul off balls, make him pitch, get him out of the game. We need to start seeing the bullpen early. The more we see the bullpen, the more we hit the bullpen, okay? And they are going to have to run a full bullpen game, okay? So Yamamoto, that's going to be our toughest matchup versus Cole, but I have a good feeling because Cole is a strong righty who can throw a really nice pitch mix and try to keep them off balance. Ohtani's going to hit everybody, okay? It's just a matter of how you control when he hits. Do not walk people in front of Shohei Ohtani. This is number one rule for the entire series. Do not let Ohtani come up to bat with anyone on base, okay? Now, the second game is probably going to be Flaherty, I'm thinking. That's their second best pitcher. Probably going to see him in game two, depending on, I don't know. They have shown that they will move the bullpen start around. So it's kind of a little bit of a wild card there, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be Flaherty. So we will send out Rodon. Rodon has a really tough road ahead of him, y'all. The Dodgers hit lefties like it's going out of style, okay? Rodon's fastball is going to be the key. He has got to be able to locate the fastball, preferably in the zone, to get strikes, to build his secondary pitch mix off of that fastball to try to get them to swing and miss. The Dodgers don't swing and miss that much, y'all. They don't chase. They don't expand the zone. They're kind of like the Yankees in that way. So it's going to really the fastball has got to be working for Carlos Rodon on the second start. And then we've got I said Rodon. And then we're going to be facing Flaherty. We can get to Flaherty, y'all. And let me tell you how. This is what I think. He's a little overly. I don't want to get quoted. Don't clip this. He's a little overly emotional. Okay, so I'm counting on some road warrior Yankee fans in the stands to help get to Jack Flaherty. He wanted to be a Yankee, y'all. He's going to be coming out for revenge. The deal was on the table, ready to get signed, and our medical staff pulled it and said, never mind, we're not going to deal with the back. And guess what? His velo has been down. His back is getting tired. He's struggling with that, and he's dealing with that. Although he's going to have the adrenaline of trying to prove himself and get that revenge against the Yankees. So that might be negated because of that. But his whiff rate is down, and his strikeout rate is down too right now. So we can get to Flaherty if we stay disciplined. All right. Book it. Next start, probably a bullpen start, okay? Then depends on how much we've seen the bullpen up to then, how well we hit the bullpen that night. We can win that night, okay? Then we've got Walker Buehler, okay? And he's their worst pitcher, okay? I'm not saying he's trash, but he's their weakest link in the starting rotation. We can get to him. He is totally hittable, okay? We want to get all the starters out as soon as we can, work the bullpen to death. And guess what? We just went through that with the Guardians. We just went through a super strong bullpen where we got to them. Emmanuel Clase, please. Yeah. Okay, so this is our game plan, okay? Now, I want to talk about also, I want to bring this up and get you guys comments on what are we going to do with Nestor Cortez? Here's what I want to do. I want Nestor Cortez in the pen, and I'll tell you why. Dodgers hit lefties like it's nobody's business, but we could use Cortez to get out some of their lefty avenues. And I'm looking at you, Shohei Ohtani, okay? I'm looking at Shohei Ohtani. They're strong lefties. How much more value would Nestor Cortez bring us if we could use him multiple times just to come in as a lefty specialist in certain situations rather than putting him out there for an entire start risking exposing us to something that the Dodgers already hit well? What do you guys think?
No, listen, it's a solid take when it comes to Nestor Cortez. That's literally one of the questions that I wanted us to go over. I'll throw it over to Dame to get his take before I give mine. But before I do that, I want to shout out Double A in the building. Theo Double A with the 199 super chat, helping us keep the lights on. Double A says, yes, yes, yes. I told you so. Giancarlo, aka Mr. October. Absolutely. And then Double A again with the 199. Fans forget who the hell is Healthy Stanton and who he is.
Sir.
Double A, you talking to some real ones over here, because we have been preaching and we have been shouting and hollering about skinny John Carlos all days. The Mets is in the building. Hello to the panel. Let's go Yankees. LOL Mets meets. It's in the building. Shout out to you. Also, too, folks in the chat, let's try to keep it respectful. Right, I'm not gonna name no names, but keep the chat respectful. We always want to be respectful to everybody. We want to do not want to violate the terms and services of YouTube. We don't tell anybody take is wrong or bad. This is a take. This is a place where everybody can have their takes. If you have a different take, everybody is allowed to have their different takes. Just please be respectful in the chat. I'm gonna shout out some other folks. Pizza M, appreciate you. Like I said, my guy Ghost, salute to you. TC Stills is in the building, the #1 Brian Cashman supporter, and my life is my brother TC Stills. He's drawing the portrait of Brian Cashman for the Hall of Fame as we're speaking right now. Shout out to my guy TC Stims. Mikey P is in the building. Our guy Jonathan is in the building. Julian Blum as well. Salute to you. Boone gonna have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Proper pitching timing and rotation is key. Absolutely. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm not scared of Yamamoto, #1. Not impressed. What he's done all season, I'm not impressed. For the Dodgers to give him that type of contract and for what he's given back, the Dodgers kind of got to be a little upset with that. Let's be honest here. Between the injury and between what he's given them, I mean, he's been a Major League Baseball pitcher that didn't really deserve $325 million. Let's keep it a buck. And what he's done in the playoffs hasn't been really that much impressive. Jack Flaherty, listen, this is the most inning the guy has pitched in about 3 years. Between his injuries throughout the years and whatnot, this guy is pretty much gassed at this point. So understand, we're about to probably see almost a carbon copy of what the Guardians just went through. You know, short starting pitching, getting into their bullpen. Mind you, they have a great bullpen, not taking anything away from these guys. Yeah. Blake Trainin, Banda, the names go on and on. They have a good bullpen. But again, what they just went through with the Mets, they had a bullpen game as it is already. So when you're already penciling in a bullpen game, then we already have the advantage there. Starting pitching is a huge advantage for the Yankees. And every year, no matter who the World Series champion is, the one thing that got them to that level and to that championship has been starting pitching. Offenses, I think offenses are great and obviously play a role. But unless you have starting pitching, which the Yankees have, and are fruitful of them, we have the advantage there. Nestor Cortez, I picture Nestor going in either behind Heel or behind Schmitty and pitching long relief, giving us 3 innings, whichever the case is, sort of like we did in Chicago. When Schmidt came back, Nestor came in, pitched 4 innings, closed the rest of the game out. So I see something similar to that nature with Nestor. As long as Nestor's arm doesn't fall off on us, we'll be okay. But I honestly, again, it's an even series. The Yankees, the biggest thing to me, the Yankees have the advantage when it comes to starting pitching. Point blank, period. The 2 starters that they're relying on is Jack Flaherty, and they're relying on Yamamoto. And again, not taking anything away from these guys, but what they've been built up to be is not what they have. Okay, they don't have Tyler Glasnow, gone. Now Tyler Glasnow was pitching, I'd be worried. All right. What's his name? Clayton Kershaw, gone. We don't have to worry about Clayton Kershaw. So Walker Buehler, no longer the Walker Buehler of past. Is no longer the guy that is Cy Young caliber. That the Tommy John that he had 2 years straight has really diminished him as a pitcher up until this point. Next year's another year. Walker Buehler is no longer what he used to be. So the Yankees have a clear-cut advantage on the most important thing in any championship series is pitching. And pitching
Yeah.
will win. Just like defense wins championships, pitching wins championships as well. And the Yankees have that advantage.
I know Garrett Cole is not the Garrett Cole from last year that won a Cy Young, right? The 2024 version of Garrett Cole is not the 2023 version of Garrett Cole. Even
Facts.
with that being said, Grace and Damien, if your life was on the line, if your family member's life was on the line, who are you starting that game, or who do you trust to start that game to save your life? Garrett Cole or Jack Flaherty?
GC all day.
Okay,
Garrett Cole.
With the versions of that you're seeing from Walker Buehler this year and Carlos Rodon, who do you have more faith in, Walker Buehler or Carlos Rodon?
The Don.
Thank you so much. And when it comes to that bullpen, yes, they have one of the best bullpens in baseball, right? But when you look at the possibilities, right? The Yankees have a solid back end when it comes to Luke Weaver, when it comes to Tommy Kahnle, and when it comes to Hill. And then you throw in Nestor Cortez, who was a former all-star starter, coming out of that bullpen as a possibility. Now you're cooking with grease. Because if the Yankees have their starting pitchers in game 1 and game 2, Cole and Rodon, if they could just give us 6 innings, that's all we're asking for. 6 innings, you pass it over to the bullpen for 7th, 8th, and 9th. And then you have the starts with Clark Smith, and then you have the starts with Luis Hill's going to definitely get a start, right? Yeah. With Luis Hill. You could use those Clark Smith and Luis Hill games to have Nestor Cortez come in, to have heavy bullpen games. This is the thing. If Garrett Cole is only giving you 4 innings and we have to go to our bullpen in the 4th inning, it's going to be hard for us to win a 7-game series against the Dodgers. I'm just being honest with you. The Dodgers bullpen is better than us when it comes to handling long periods of stress. I'm going to just say that right there. If Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon is not pitching us into the 6th inning, we have an issue. It doesn't matter what Juan Soto does. It doesn't matter what Aaron Judge or Giancarlo Stanton does. If we cannot get our number 1 and number 2 starting pitchers, Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon, to get us into that 6th inning, to pass the baton into that 7th inning for our bullpen, we're going to be in big trouble. I'm going to shout out some more people who came into the building. Oh, my family at Still Nick fans. Ron and John is in the building. Ron, how you doing? Listen, just know we was always showing love to the Mets over here. It's a Yankee show, but we always show love every episode to the Mets. Shout out to you, Ron. You guys had an amazing season, but the Knicks start today, and I can't wait for the Knicks season to start. We got the World Series this Friday, game 1. All right, I need to relax before I pop a blood pressure. My guy, I-95 Bully is in the building. Bully, how you doing? Julian Blum says, excuse my simping, but Grace is hot. Okay, all right. I should have read that before I even brought it up.
Chicken biscuit.
Shout out my guy, Julian Blum, in the chat. That's my guy. First of all, Julian does an amazing job when it comes to videography work. If you guys know our friend Jay Boogie, Julian Blum just collaborated with Jay Boogie on a music video. It was dope, phenomenal. Julian, you got great eyes when it comes to that, bro. Keep doing your thing. You got a great talent when it comes to your camera work. My guy, from the Bronx Boys for life. Yo, another thing, they don't got no lefty pitchers, only really one relief pitcher, and that's the key, right? Grace, speak on that real quick and then toss it over to Damien. And of course, Grace, sprinkle in what he said here. Hold on, wait. What other Alabama hot chicken biscuits you want to sprinkle on? Go ahead.
What's an Alabama hot chicken biscuit?
I have no idea. I'm hungry right now. I'm about to go on Uber Eats to see if I could get me an Alabama hot chicken biscuit. I'm starving right now. Go ahead. Grace.
My great grandmother was from Alabama and she made the best biscuits. That's no lie. They have a special kind of flour out there called white lily flour. If you know, you know. And you can't just get it all over the country. And it does something special, those biscuits. But anyway. As we know, and it's inexplicable why the Yankees just shut down when there's a lefty on the mound. It's really a marvel to behold. All year it's been this, whether it's, relief pitching or starting pitching, we have such a difficult time hitting lefties just overall. So it is just so wonderful to know that not only do the Dodgers not have a lefty starter to throw at us, they only have one lefty in the bullpen. So let's go. I mean, this is amazing. This is great news for us. So if we can get, like, if we play our game, you know, if we don't beat ourselves, I like our chances. We're better on the road. We want the road advantage. The home field advantage. We want the road advantage. You know, we got the road advantage. We have starting pitching advantage. Our hitters love to bat against righties. That's all they have. Virtually, that's all they have. Okay, so I like that. Let's. I mean, is that what you're asking?
No, that was perfect. Julian Blum says you could get it on Jacob Pickles on 87th and Amsterdam. All right, Julian, I'm gonna mark this down. Normally, I like to go to the Harlem Biscuit Company to get my biscuits in the morning, biscuits and gravy. But I gotta try that spot, Jacob Pickles on 87th. Thank you, Julian. Damien, I want to toss it over to you as you get hungry as we're talking about food. Go ahead.
Man, Amsterdam, that brought back memories. I used to go out there all the time. I was on, that brings back good memories. Shit. 87th in Amsterdam. Shout out, mama, in the boogie down. What's up? But listen, man, they got one lefty. That's all they got. And we crush righties. So advantage Yankees. Advantage, and I said it the last series, and I'm going to say it this series again. Advantage New York Yankees, the Bronx Zoo, Dodger Stadium. They bring sunglasses and surfboards. We bring Glocks and bats. All right. So let's keep it a spade, right? So so at the end of the day, we have one advantage, right? And that is the Bronx Zoo. Listen, New York, the Bronx, stand up, get it going. Washington Heights, all the way to St. Anne's and Cypress, all the way to Long Island, Strong Island, Staten Island. Bring the mafia with you. Bring Gotti's, whoever. Listen, fact is all right. We don't breed movie stars. We breed thugs and gangsters. So come to the Bronx Zoo. It's about to be wild. Here we go. Yankees up again. 4-3. Yankees 4. Dodgers 3. We win in the 7th.
And again, like I said, if you guys in New York City this Friday, Game 1 of the World Series, we will be hosting a watch party at the Tryon Public House. We did one for the Knicks when they were in the postseason, and now we're back for the World Series with the Yankees. We got a Spencer Jones autographed baseball that we will be giving away, and then we got other Yankee memorabilia that we will be raffling off as well. Like I said, if you are in the tri-state area, if you're in New York City and you want a place to come watch the game, come uptown, Washington Heights, the Tryon Public House. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you guys show up. Shout out to our good friend Erica Garcia, who is in the building. Hold on. Erica said, hold on, because I got to get the right one. Erica said, the Yankees are going to the World Series. I cried in the middle of a music festival in Vegas when I got the update. This means everything to us. 4 more wins. Erica, shout out to you. I saw the photos and videos. I hope you're having a good time out there in Vegas for the music festival. Shout out to the hubby too with his Speedos, his American flag Speedos. Those were great to see on Instagram. Shout out to those. Shout out to you, Erica, as well for dropping them. But no, Yankee fans, no matter if you're old, no matter if you're young, no matter if you're in your middle ages, this is a great time to be a New York City sports fan. Whether it's the Yankees, whether it's the Mets, they had a great season, even though it was cut short. Shout out to them. Your fan base had something really to enjoy this year. Shout out to the New York Liberty as well. The New York Liberty won the WNBA championship. The first time that any team in New York City has won a basketball championship since 1973. That was a long time ago. So shout out to the New York Liberty, their first championship in their franchise history. The WNBA has been fighting for some relevancy or for some eyes over the past few years. They deserve it. The WNBA, it is a growing game. It's very exciting. I have fun whenever I go to Liberty games. Shout out to everybody who is supporting the WNBA and the Liberty. Shout out to all the Yankee fans, the Knicks fans, the Jet fans, and Giants fans. Even though it sucks when it comes to New York football, it sucks, but we still have to shout out our teams. Now, last topic before we leave, and I'm going to throw it over to Grace. We're to talk about Giancarlo Stanton. What is Stanton's legacy, Big G's legacy with the Bronx Bombers and the New York Yankees. So many Yankee fans this season. Grace, you was here. We was reading the chats back and forth. Yankee fans are saying we should just cut him, get rid of him, eat the money. Grace, what do you put Big G on your Mount Rushmore?
On my Mount Rushmore. I love Giancarlo. This has been well documented on this pod that since the beginning of the year. I absolutely love Giancarlo Stanton, and it's for what he contributes on the field and off the field. He's such a Yankee. He's everything you want in a New York Yankee. He is someone for the kids to look up to. He is just a great guy, all-around player, great teammate, obviously very, very talented athlete. He has struggled with his injuries over time, and it's really, really been unfortunate because it's plagued his legacy. And I'm gonna try. I love him so much, y'all. You really don't get it. Like, especially when everybody rags on somebody, there's something inside of me that makes me love them more, makes me reach out more, makes me double down, triple down. Like Giancarlo is not a pity party, okay? But I was always the one that went and sat next to the people on the school bus that nobody wanted to sit next to. So there's something inside of me that just really wants to defend people that I believe in, no matter what anybody else says. And Giancarlo has been one of these people that I've latched onto and just been defending him for so long. Seeing him do so well in the postseason this year, specifically the ALCS, when he got that MVP, y'all, I was in my feelings. I'm still in my feelings about it. I'm so emotional for Giancarlo because let me tell you, I'm so happy for him because let me tell you something. His struggles to stay healthy, his age, it's catching up, okay? This season has been something truly special for him because he's been healthy toward the end of the year and through the postseason, and how people are remembering how talented this man is. And you guys, we've been talking about getting a ring for Judge, getting a ring for Cole, that Cole is getting up there, that Judge he's not up there, but he's leaning up there in his age, and he's got injuries too, and now Cole has an injury that he's been dealing with we don't want to talk about, but he's been dealing with something too. How long are we going to have these guys together? We got to get them a ring, right? That's what we've been saying. But more than anybody else, I want it for Giancarlo so bad. I want it for Giancarlo so bad because this man is going to finish his career with close to or right at 500 home runs. Former MVP, now ALCS MVP. With the ring, he would cement his legacy. And I want that for Giancarlo. And I want the team to rally behind Giancarlo because Aaron Judge still has time. Cole still has a little bit of time too. Okay, who knows? But Cole has a Cy Young. Cole is Garrett Cole. His legacy is already there. Okay. Giancarlo needs this, y'all. I want it for him so bad.
I just want to piggyback off of that real quick. And I'll throw it over to Damien. When it comes to Giancarlo Stanton, he had a no trade clause when he was traded over to the New York Yankees, right? And one of the reasons, or one of his decisions on saying yes to the trade was his best friend was Jose Fernandez, who passed away. Jose Fernandez grew up a Yankee fan and wanted to be a Yankee. And Giancarlo Stanton honors his friend's memory while playing for the New York Yankees. I'm saying this right now. When the Yankees host up that championship trophy, Giancarlo Stanton will dedicate it to Jose Fernandez. I'm saying that right now, Tuesday, October 22nd. Mark it, put it in the book. And to all of you other Yankee fans, right? My guy Dennis, shout out to Dennis in the building, right? This is a true Yankee fan right here. This is the champ. You see, he walks around the stadium with the championship belt. Shout out to my guy Dennis El Theo, who says his legacy is a true Yankee. Handles everything with grace. He takes accountability, and he comes through when we need him the most. How many times, Damien, after a post game or after a Yankee game, when the Yankees didn't come through, specifically Giancarlo Stanton, he held himself accountable to the fans, to the media, and to the ownership. That's what it is to be a true Yankee. And like I was saying earlier, we got over 80 people in the building. We're rocking out for the next few minutes. Smack the like button. We are sitting at 37 likes with over 50 people on YouTube. Smack the like button. Let's try to get to as close to 50 likes as possible. Go ahead, Dame.
All right, when you talk about the playoffs, you got names like Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, Derek Jeter, Lou Gehrig, Reggie Jackson. Now you must include Giancarlo Stanton. So everybody in the chat, anybody watching later on, do all us a favor. Take your cap off, tip it to my guy because he deserves that. Tip that cap to him because when it comes to playoffs, when it comes to playoff performances, there has been not many that have been greater than Giancarlo Stanton. He started this series, he started this playoffs with a 963 OPS. Now it's currently over 1,000, and that's all with the Yankees because the Marlins never made it to the playoffs with him. So again, tip your cap to him. It's well deserved. He doesn't get the comeback player of the year, then something is wrong, okay? Because when you take it, I know it's a regular season award, but at the end of the day, what he's done through the regular season, what he's done through what he's meant to the team when he wasn't in the lineup, and what he's done throughout the playoffs, the Yankees would not be the Yankees. The Yankees would not be in this position right here, right now. Soto does not hit that run, that 3-run home run. It doesn't matter, doesn't count, because they would have never made it to the 10th inning without Big G's 2-run shot. So at the end of the day, tip your cap. He's one of the greatest playoff performers of all time. And for the love of God, the Yankees, please get that ring that'll cement his legacy, that'll put him in Monument Park. Most important, that'll put him in the Hall of Fame. And everybody, again, as Big G, give him his credit, give him his flowers.
Yeah. Grace, any Yankees that you think we need to give some flowers to before we close it up? Who do you have on your list?
Y'all, I want to give flowers to, and I'm sure everyone will join me in somebody that I never thought I would be saying these words. Mark Leiter Jr. This man went from the couch to the mound and shut down the Guardians for, I think it was I can't remember how many innings. Wait, I have it here. Well, anyway, just trust me. He shut them down, absolutely came in there with zero heads up. And did his damn job. When we were all like, oh God, Mark Leiter Jr., everyone was disrespecting him. Well, guess what? We all owe him a motherfucking apology because this guy came out and served for his team. He was locked in. He was mentally ready. He was a bulldog on the mound. We went to him multiple times. The first time we struck lightning and I thought, oh God, we got so lucky. The next time I was a little nervous again. Disrespect. I owe him an apology. Mark Leiter Jr., I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. He actually shoved. And wow, nobody expected that. Huge part of our win, huge part of our advancing to the World Series. Mark Leiter Jr., unsung hero.
My brother Keith is in the building. Keith Saunders. Keith, yes, bro, we are going to the World Series. And if you're in New York City and you can make it out to Game 1 this Friday, we're having a watch party at the Tryon Public House in Washington Heights. Hit me up for further details. Damien, same question. Who you giving some flowers to? Anybody we left off the list for you?
The one person that's getting the flowers, and he got a lot of hate all season. Stand up for our second baseman, Gleyber Torres. He has been the best leadoff hitter in the playoffs. My man he stood his ground. He showed that, listen, I want to be a Yankee. I want to be a Yankee for the rest of my life, and I'm going to show you guys why. And absolutely, rah-rah, there it goes right there. Gleyber Torres deserves a lot of credit. He took a lot of heat from a lot of fans, including everybody on this panel, including every other podcast. Gleyber Torres has been the best leadoff hitter in all of baseball during this playoffs. Shout out to Gleyber. He has been the tone setter for this playoffs.
I think they brought it up on the broadcast on the last game. He has a 12 or 13 game on base streak dating back to the last time the Yankees were in the postseason. Gleyber, I think Juan Soto, I think he got 6 hits in the first inning. I think Juan Soto in the first inning of the entire ALCS was hitting over 600. So shout out to the table setters, both Gleyber and Juan Soto, getting on base, setting it up so we could, score early. It's important to score first and early in the world and in the postseason. You never want to try to climb your way back. Shout out to Alex Armonte in the building. Alex, how you doing? Jacob Petruzzi, my guy. Jacob, how you doing? Now we're gonna close it up. I just want to say, Grace, thank you so much. Damien, my guy, appreciate you. Everybody that's in the chat, Erica Garcia, Dennis, Rara, Keith, Joe, TC Steele was in the building. Tina, my guy, Richie Rivera, Bronx Boys were in the building. Jonathan, this was episode 200. Hold on, 293rd of the Yankees Morning Brew. We are 6 away from 300. If the Yankees make a deep run in the World Series, we will break that. We will get to 300 episodes during the World Series. I just want to say thank you guys to everyone who's been supporting Yankees Morning Brew this entire season, last season, and when we first started. I've met some amazing people. Damien, my brother. Grace, my sister, the bestie. I love both of you guys. Everybody in the chat, appreciate all of you guys. But like always, make sure you guys drink some water. Say something positive about yourself. Let's go, Yankees. We'll see you this Thursday. I'm Hector.
I'm Damien.
I'm Grace Monroe.
This is Yankees Morning Brew, and we are out of here. Deuces.
You fought well yesterday. Your style is unorthodox.